And that coming into play, definitely have to get some stats on that for him. Peke obviously having a large champion pool throughout the season, but a little shaky throughout that champion pool. So he was definitely trying to find some ground and which one would be options, and you have to make the right one because you are committed in those fights.
Well, before we head onto the riff for Game 3 of the day, which team do you guys think will come out ahead? Tweet us at LOL Esports. I've said that so many times, I somehow forget it still. And use the hashtag LMQ win or FNC win to let us know on that one. Of course, Fnatic always seems to have
the 80 carry for LMQ, so if Vasily really wanted to come down, he could, but instead it's just going to be this 4v4 smite battle to see who can get the red.
Oh, who's going to be able to get it? Actually, the buff will reset there. Regen a little bit of life. There's the hook going in onto Cyanide. Can they lock him up, though? No, they can't. Not just yet. Fnatic pressing LMQ back here, trying to get them away, but LMQ have pulled that red buff out to the back of the pit.
And the teams are actually not even willing to send their soul laners. The mid laner is deserted. It's actually a 3-on-3, but it's still going to be a smite fight. Vasily and LMQ's team get the red.
Oh, Joe, you were saying Cyanide may have some trouble on Lee Sin, but without a red buff as well, it's going to make it even harder. That red buff going over to No Name. They're getting what they want out of this. Peke tries to end the fight. He gets level 2 out of the lane. Locks them up with the W crowd control, and it looks like they could go hard on this one. Xiao now coming from the mid lane. That's going to be a takedown going over to Yellowstar. First blood over to Xiao on Fizz. A much different game for him than
They want to keep going, though. If they could barely get in range, Peke splashes down. And guys,
teams are making sure of that. The Rumble pick seems to really be a curse at this point. Ackerman in the bottom lane taking a lot of damage, trying to bait it right. Oh, walking back and forth, trying to get onto the lantern, but he just can't do it. Reckless
of the game.
I actually feel like LMQ should be forced to respect Reckless right now and do a lane swap, but a fight in mid.
Oh, you actually missed the trickster on the way down. Peke's free to move around on this one. Chum the Waters comes out. Ooh. He ignites down. It's going to take a few more times. Already drinking on that consumable right now, and they push Xiao out of mid lane. Not going to help.
They tunneled and channeled all their farm into Peke and Reckless.
Whoa.
Not a bad choice when Reckless is this strong on Lucian. BF sword and 2 long swords this early. He's a scary dude.
Where's the culling from Reckless? There is the dash in. One more will do it. He finishes off in style with the culling. You do not want to get Reckless going. 2 long swords were picked up with his BF sword. Going to come back into lane and maybe some trouble as we are going to see Xiao diving towards Peke. Gets locked up. Cyanide there. Follows through afterwards with the Q. And Peke gets the kill.
Xiao.
Already 11 minutes in, they drop the first one, the big turret as well, and you already see Fnatic trying to control the buffs. This is going to be a big fight. The teleport coming in from Soaz, Equalizer getting laid down very nicely. LMQ's able to get out of that danger, but there's still more to be had. No Name going to try to come over the wall. Ackerman now back into the fight, laying down the vengeful Maelstrom to try and soak up damage. Peke gets hit up once. Ackerman now the focus of the fight. He's been behind a little bit. Now he gets taken down. Reckless trying to pick up that kill, and actually Ackerman lives on that one.
Crazy little fight. Fnatic here though have come back, diverged themselves in towards that dragon area, and will be picking up the first of the game. That puts them to that Infinity Edge, which he just did on the back, and actually they're going to close in on the towards Ackerman.
Kick up to the brush. They get a nice Sonic Wave though to keep the vision in the brush. Whoa, they're just going to burn this one down, turn Ackerman into ashes in the end. They are going to be able to take him down once again. That one going over to Cyanide.
Now they're coming though.
Yeah, Fnatic going to start squeezing here a little bit. Yellowstar actually going to face check in. There is the hook landing, but where's the damage out of LMQ? Cyanide's going to come around. Monsoon was used by Yellowstar. Exhaust goes on to Ackerman. Can they keep him alive? No, they can't. But Reckless will reply with his 3rd kill of the game. And Cyanide's not done. Here comes Peke.
2 kills in this one, but he is under the same stress of all of the top laners to get trapped in these lane swaps. Under farmed, but still trying to make plays.
Oh, Ackerman once again in a bad spot, and chat, that tilt is a very real thing. We saw it against Team Solo Mid at the regionals.
Tricky little situation there, Ackerman. Now 5 deaths.
One of the things we've seen over and over, just a story that keeps repeating itself, is people getting caught out. Fnatic been using those pretty much as tells where to put all of this AoE damage. Right now, actually, it's going to be on to Soaz. Does he throw down the Equalizer? The team is there. He knows he doesn't need it just yet. Scrap shields and shields alike coming in from Yellowstar. Keeps him alive for now. There's the claw going into the fight. What a twisted advance. He gets pulled all the way in. The equalizer shutting down the rest of LMQ from getting in. They do take down Yellowstar, but Ackerman has already fallen in the fight. Peke's to focus, goes for the double Zanya mode. Is they, oh my gosh, the triple kill coming in from Reckless. They just clean up the fight completely with a bit of shock and awe.
And it was so close to being death, but that's that double invulnerability. Yes, Reckless picked up the kills because he is so fed. But
everything up in the air.
Oh, that's really bad news for Xiao. Going off to the side, the Howling Gale does connect. There's the kickback into Reckless, who says hello, dashes over the wall, dodges out away from Jobin's knockup. They're going to get both of these, and it's both of them that go to Reckless, and they're not done yet. More gets locked up. There's one for Cyanide.
And that's the way LMQ plays when they're behind. It leads to things like this. Fnatic just completely punishes LMQ's over-aggression there. Some unlucky dancing from Xiao, pulls him into the rest of the team, and Fnatic flanks, kills him, takes Baron.
As we were saying, we saw a little bit of this, mostly from Ackerman in the playoffs versus Team Solo.
I think that LMQ now have is, yes, they're going to try and sit on those inhibitor turrets and try and get involved. Xiao and Soaz going to go head-to-head. And there is the equalizer coming down, and Soaz says, you know what, I kind of fancy this one. He's going to get the Sonya in the last second, but there is a flame spitter to come out and get in the 1 versus 1 kill.
As approaching this soon as well, there's a ward right in the brush. His teleport's up. Fnatic feeling quite confident about hanging out in the base right now. They don't have too many sideways looking to seal the deal. They don't want another 70-minute game whatsoever. Top inhibitor turret is going to be going down, going for broke. Xiao's in with Ackerman in the twisted advance. Reckless with the peel for himself with a bit of cyanide cripple on the end. Fnatic Peke will go down, but he's already delivered so much damage. The team's going to come in. They got the janitorial duty to clean this one up. Ackerman's going to be going down, not before he gets his own retribution kill over towards Soaz, and Fnatic to run amok in the base.
Whoa! Vasily actually has a few other things to say. He doesn't want this game to be over yet, despite the nice fight.
Got out so much damage that it still went in their favor with the rest of the team.
Yeah. That's how strong Reckless is.
He is terrifyingly fed right now. 13-0-4. Very near to max items. Not even a frozen heart completed for Ackerman. Plus, you add to that the extra AD the Jana Shield adds to him.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, he's managed to just hop away, but the Q lands, and that is good night, Xiao. Peke picking that one up, and 2 men down. Fnatic gonna stop.
Going to take the inhibitor now going down as Reckless approaches from the top lane with the minion wave here on his backside, and they are looking for Nexus turrets. Yeah, Ackerman's up in 6, Xiao in 24, but they are making sure it's every last bit of the base turned to shambles here before they head towards the Nexus turrets. They're gonna have to wait on some minions actually. Took a little time to take out those inhibitors.
After this, and they've already beaten Samsung.
Uh-oh, Death Brush. Who's going to be the first target? Ackerman actually diving to the backside, but he's going to be going down quickly. Yellowstar actually focused by Vasily, trying to get the resets. There's the equalizer. They've got to walk back over it. Double kill for Reckless. Can he get any more here? He will get more. And now they're on towards No Name. Are they trying to give a pentakill over to Reckless? They are. There's the Quadra. Can he get himself the pentakill? Cyanide and Peke both closing in. There's the slow. Xiao goes over the wall. Reckless comes in and gets the pentakill.
What a fight there for Fnatic. Yes, they had the huge lead, but if you need a mental pick-me-up after a devastating defeat, it's that. 18 kills for Reckless? That's absolutely absurd without dying. That is how you pick yourself up off the ground, and Fnatic is going to take down LMQ.
From tears to cheers, Reckless comes up with a pentakill at 18:04. 37 minutes on the clock. Not a 70-minute game this time. They put the nail in the coffin. They put the nail in LMQ. Fnatic comes up with the win.
Yeah, and after a performance like that, there is hope yet for Fnatic. We need to start talking about tiebreaker scenarios here for them. And for OMG, we need to start talking about whether or not it's cause for concern.
Right.
Because they're now 2-2 on the group and could very well be involved in one of those tiebreakers.
It's very difficult to look at this group and wonder what could have been, not just for Fnatic, for LMQ as well, starting off perfectly now, sat at 2-2. Samsung Blue, of course, at 2-1. OMG 2-2, Fnatic 2-3. So,
Yep.
it's ridiculously close, and anything can still happen in theory.
OMG's been looking pretty good. So two things can happen. We can have a 4-way tie at 3-3. That could still happen. No one's at 4 losses yet, and no one's at 4 wins yet. You can also get a tie in the middle of the standings with Fnatic. This is just from Fnatic's point of view. The 2 tiebreakers that could work for them. If they tie with LMQ 3-3, Samsung Blue is 4-2, and OMG is 2-4. That's the second way they can get a tiebreaker. But I mean, they just have to sit and wait and prepare for the monsters of the group, Samsung Blue.
Absolutely ridiculous. I think you hit the nail on the head, Jat, when you said for Fnatic, the motto is it's not over.